Hello students, as most of you might be aware, the ICAI, the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, has cancelled the examinations supposed to be conducted in July-August of 2020 and merged them with November 2020 examinations for all the levels of Chartered Accountancy, Foundation, Intermediate and Final. So naturally at this juncture, millions of thoughts will be popping in our mind. Some of the plans might be getting shaped in our mind. Some relaxation definitely would have little bit made us comfortable at this juncture. Or for some others, it can cause a bit of low feeling also, a little depressing feeling. Or I have wasted 6 months. Or instead of thinking that we have wasted 6 months, my time got wasted because of the non-conduct of these examinations. Like this, each of us would have different thoughts as students. But at this juncture, what we are supposed to do and what should be the approach of thought process with which we have to go ahead from now onwards is what we'll try to understand in the following few minutes. First of all, I would like to greet all of you Happy Independence Day. In fact, not the Independence Day of India, it is the Independence Day of America today, that is July the 4th of 2020. July 4th is American Independence Day. If you don't know it now. But why I am telling Independence Day is because most of us got independent, at least temporarily, from this uncertainty of whether the exams will be conducted or not, if conducted, when they will be conducted, if conducted, whether I will be able to write them or not, should I opt out or not, was another dilemma which Institute has one way forcefully made us to get into unnecessarily. Like this, lots and lots of uncertainties related to examination were already there. And this uncertainty is in addition to the uncertainties anyway we have in our life related to the financial situations, related to the health situations, and the possibility of the spread of coronavirus. All these uncertainties are anyway there. In addition to them, the CA students particularly, though many of the other students also had this uncertainty, particularly because we are talking about chartered accountancy students, we all had uncertainty about the examination of this particular attempt. Though I don't like to use that word attempt because that is popularly used, so I am just using it. So this May attempt or June or July attempt, whatever the name we give it, what happens to that was the uncertainty in which we were sailing through all these days and months. Now at least we got independent from that uncertainty. So I said Happy Independence Day to all of you. Incidentally, it being the Independence Day of USA also. For CA students, at least this independence is from the uncertainty of examinations, which is at least now clear. But yes, is this uncertainty always dangerous, or should we convert into our strength? Is definitely once again our choice. This uncertainty is what makes our hopes and aspirations and choices and decisions and even the existence certain. Why? Because in the phases of uncertainty only, in the phases of downward wave only, we will come out stronger. Because we are going through certain phases which were unprecedented, but still we stayed firm in our commitment towards preparation and writing the examination, that is a fantastic thing. I would appreciate all of you for your commitment towards examination, what you are supposed to write, though it is not going to be conducted now. What that made? That made certain about your commitment. That made certain about your choice. So the choice of joining chartered accountancy, the aspiration of becoming a chartered accountant, the decision of coming into this field, while we did that also there were uncertainties. But this phase of uncertainty has made us certain that yes, we made a correct choice. Our aspirations are still the same when we joined this course, and will continue to do so in the coming months and years also, is what should have been solidified in our thought level during these phases of uncertainty. So, as a saying goes, when a coin is tossed, when you toss a coin, you have to call heads or tails. Sometimes, like Sholay, both of them may be of same symbol, which is possible only in movies. But when there is a choice to be made and you really have to make a choice of yes or no, and you toss a coin, though whatever you say to the outside world, whether you want heads or tails, what your inner thoughts say is what is certain. Let us say you may say, I want heads. But when the coin is in the air, what goes through your mind? Because it is uncertain. We don't know whether it will be heads or tails. But at that point of time, were you firm enough about your call or not? Makes us certain. So that 1 second of certainty, in fact, will shatter all the uncertainty that is prevailing around us. So this phase should have made all of us stronger and more certain about our aspirations, choices and decisions. And definitely from now onwards, how we should proceed in the difficult times of coronavirus being spread throughout the world, and particularly more so in India at a very rapid pace. Keeping the medical precautions apart, anyway, you are getting them through different mediums all the day. But in this crisis time, what are we supposed to think and what are we supposed to do, and how should we go forward from now onwards is always an important point to ponder upon. But before going to that, let us quickly understand the chronology. Chronology samajhte hai na? So what was the chronology of events, what happened? Particularly in Hyderabad, the education institutions got closed by 15th of March. So there was no choice of physically attending the classes since then. Then the ICAI itself, the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, has postponed the exams of May 2020 to June 2020 on 27th of March. So one postponement. That gave us a little bit of time for completing those tasks which we could not complete earlier, and little bit of more time for preparation. Yes, I hope we have used that time productively during that phase. Then again, the June 2020 exams were postponed to July 2020 on 2nd of May 2020 by ICAI, and it gave us some more time for polishing our existing knowledge and doing a quick revision of many things that we have missed or we are not yet comfortable with. So that time was also crucial, hopefully should have been utilized productively. Then this opt-out announcement has come on 15th of June. I think earlier we already discussed about it. Though nobody knew whether exams would be conducted or not. If you remember, I already told you not to opt out, because if exams are going to be cancelled, they will be cancelled by ICAI, not by us. So this throwing the ball into the other court game did not work for ICAI also, which it should not have done. But anyway, that was a thought at that point of time what they had. But as Supreme Court also rightly pointed out, the situations are so dynamic that we cannot have any static solutions to this. That was a solution what ICAI came out with on 15th of June, giving students the options to opt out of the examinations. As per their statement, looks like not many students have opted out, which once again means the students are committed to write the examinations with all the preparation that they have done all these days. And once again, appreciate all the students who did not opt out. Of course, that does not mean those who have opted out have done something wrong. They would have done under their own personal reasons. But those who have not opted out definitely have shown their commitment towards the course and examination if it would be conducted. That is fantastic gesture, and really that has reinstated the confidence that we have on the CS students about their commitment towards the course. That is a fantastic thing that collectively, without any communication also, the CS student fraternity has shown to the world, in spite of these difficult times, we are not opting out. That is a solid statement that all of you have made, and congratulations for that. But once again, because of the dynamic situations and literally the inability practically to conduct the examinations, yesterday, that is 3rd July, ICAI has announced the cancellation of May 2020 exams, and they said they will be merged with November 2020 exams. So all of us who have been preparing all these days for the upcoming exams, which are supposed to happen by the end of July, now have got some more time in order to attend the exam. Yes, there was a lot of hard work which has gone into all these days and months, no doubt about it. And there are some people who will argue about hard work and smart work. Should we do hard work? Should we do smart work? Some of the students ask this. I tell the same. As long as you work, it doesn't matter. So I would say the one who works is smarter than the one who wastes time in thinking whether hard work is better or smart work is better. The person who is thinking about which is better is actually wasting time. The one who actually works is smarter than all others who wasted their time in thinking about how to work. But most of you have definitely worked very hard all these days and months. It was a journey which will not go waste. Please remember that. Why? Because the best investment ever, money, monetary, financial, yes, those are investments also which give some returns. But out of all, the best investment always is an investment in knowledge, because it will always the best interest. So never ever think that the work that I have done all these days and months has gone waste. It is never a waste. It is an investment that you have made. It is the time and effort that you have invested which will give you interest. Yes, in due course. May not be immediately, but eventually it will give better interest to us. There is no doubt about it. Keep that in mind always. Never let this thought unnecessarily disturb your mind ki some time of mine has been wasted. Learning, knowledge acquisition process is never considered to be a waste of time. That is the most productive use of time that you have done, and be proud of that. Be proud of that. Don't be sad of that, or don't be thinking that all of this has gone to drain. No, it is not going anywhere. It is not going to drain. It is not going anywhere. It will be there with you only. Your work, your knowledge, and whatever you have learned all these days and months with your rigorous preparation will be with you only. Nobody can take it out. Not me, not somebody, not ICI. It will be with you only. So, when you have acquired an asset, just because that asset is not possible to be used immediately, how can you say that it is not my asset? So be proud of the asset that you have gained all these days. That is knowledge. That is the expertise that you have gained in some of the areas where you were weak earlier. That is the difficulties that you have overcome in this period by spending some time on those areas. And that is the confidence that you have gained in all these days of preparation and revision. And that is not something which just goes into drain. That will be there with us. That will be there with you. But yes, we have our weapons ready. War is postponed. That's all. That does not mean our weapons are going to be useless in the war. No. We have acquired the skill to use those weapons. We have developed those weapons. When we got little bit more time, we have polished those weapons in such a way that they are fantastic. They are very well polished and ready to be used. And we did all this work, definitely with an intention to go to exams and write. However, now that they are postponed, or now that they are cancelled and merged with the next exam, never think that the practice that you have made, the skills that we have developed, the weapons that we have polished are going to be rusted. No, they will not be rusted. When they will be rusted? Once again, if you keep them in the drawer and forget about the practice part, learning part for quite few more months in the coming days, and once again suddenly before exams if you take them out, by that time they will be rusted. That is the only risk. So the idea now is, first we should not think that the past, what has happened, is a waste. No, it is an investment that you have made. Be proud of that investment. Why? Because learning is continuous process. Examination is intermittent. Unfortunately, our education system has made a reverse type of approach. We have been taught, unfortunately, from the beginning, from the childhood, from the school level to the colleges and wherever we go, we have been told that exams is the only objective. And why you have to read books? Why you have to learn something? Because you have to write exams and pass. So this cause and effect has been literally reversed. Unfortunately, all these years it has been the same. But what is the reality? The reality is that learning never stops. That is a continuous process. In the process of learning, exams will be coming and going. That's all. So Learning, if you consider it like a train journey, it is a never-ending journey. Exams are the stations at which we stop and have a bottle of water and go. That's all. The examinations which are as part of our, some of the points in our journey should not be thought like as if they are the destination. No. Where this train is going, the train of learning is going towards knowledge, towards maturity, towards betterment, towards. There is no destination actually. We keep on thinking about where we are going to reach. Once you reach that place, there is still something better to do. Okay, you go to the next level. Still there is something better to do. So there is always a scope for one more destination. So we don't have to keep these train stations which come as a part of our journey as our destination. And that is unfortunately the wrong type of thought process which has been inculcated in us because of various, I would say, unscientific practices in our education system. Can't help it. But now, at this level at least, we are talking about not a school education or a secondary education. This is professional education. Our maturity levels should be high enough to understand learning is a never-ending process. Examinations are intermittent. Learning is not for examinations. Examinations are there to test whether we learned or not. But all these days we have been thinking in a reverse direction. At least the time has come now, because of circumstances I would say, to change that thought process of only and only examination as a destination. No. Examination is one of the tests, that is why we call it a test, of whether we have learned sufficiently or not. Just because somebody has passed the examination also, or just because somebody has failed the examination also, does not mean that person has never learned at all, or that person is the most learned person just because he got some whatever ranks or marks. No. It is about the knowledge that we acquire in the process of learning. So let us understand this very clearly. Examinations are not the destination. Learning is a process. It will continue, it should continue to happen throughout our life, personally also, professionally also. Examinations are a very small part of that very big, huge learning process which is in front of us, which we have been through so many years also. We are not starting afresh in this learning process. But what I am asking you now is just to change the approach towards learning, not from purely examination point of view. Definitely there should be examination point of view in the preparation, but learning is bigger process than examination. So our journey towards learning, the journey of learning, should never stop. So examination is a train station where it will stop for say 5 minutes. Then again the train starts. So now that station is skipped. Nothing else happened. One station is skipped. Rather than stopping in one station where we thought we will get down and have some water, we were very thirsty. But for technical reasons, the loco pilot told that, no sir, we are not going to stop in this station, we will stop in the next station. Yes, my point is, because of this, should our thirst increase or decrease? Practically, it should increase. So never let that thirst go down. Thirst here is thirst for knowledge, thirst for learning. The enthusiasm to learn, that should not go down. That should be continuous. That should be continued. So, permanent thing is education, but exams and grades are temporary. They are a phase of the learning process, they are a phase of the education system. So don't fall in this wrong scientific, unscientific thought process of education is equal to exams, which we have been going through. But chartered accountancy particularly is not such a kind of course which is about only and only examinations. It is a blend of concepts, applications, practice, and in real life how these things have to be used as a part of practical learning also is inculcated in this course. That itself shows we have to understand the difference between this course and other courses very much. For example, if a university degree examination one semester got cancelled, nothing will happen. That exam can be conducted later. Ultimately, the degree will be completed within that 3 years only. If that is a 3 years degree. If it is a 4 years degree, the degree will be completed in 4 years only. Because that is a time-based course. Most of the courses, the university courses are time-based courses. Chartered accountancy is not a time-based course. It is a task-based course. We complete the task, go on to the next task. We complete the task, next task. It is not a time-based course. It is a task-based course. So should we really bother about the time? May, November. Is that what is more important? Or is that what is important when we are facing the task? We do it in the best possible way and win over it. I would say the second one. So this time should not bother us. It should not bother us because we are a task-based course, not a time-based course. Yes, practically certain months of our career is pushed because of this, no doubt about it. In all other courses, even though there is no academics for the next year also, nothing is going to happen to them. Still they are going to complete the degree or whatever it is within the 3 or 4 years. You take engineering or normal graduation or any other things. But CA is not like that. One attempt, one exam pushed means the career itself is pushed by that much. I understand that. But having said that, when we are already a task-based course, why should we bother about time? We never bother about time. That 3 years, 4 years thing is not about us. It is we are all about learning, preparing, revising, examination conducted, write the exams, pass that level, go to next level and repeat. This is what we are. This is a video game. Chartered accountancy is like a video game. Suddenly what happened now? For some period of time, the video game is paused, that's all. Still, we are in the game, we will play the game, and we have to win the game, ultimately. Video game is always like that. It is one-to-one. I'm not talking multiplayer games and PUBGs and all that. I'm not much into that. Older versions of video games at least used to be only the player versus computer, player versus the machine. And the player has to keep on winning so that he can go to the next level. Have you ever, if at all you play, I'm not suggesting you to play, if at all you played video games, have you ever thought how much time you have spent on each level? Have you recorded that? We don't. Why? Because we are more interested in the task, not the time. Maybe first level you could have completed in 15 minutes. Second level, third level, maybe you would have completed quickly. Say in some video games, 6th and 8th, 7th, 8th levels are so tough that you would have taken days to complete them. Failed once again. Like that, so much time you would have spent on that. That much commitment is there when we play them. Same with CA course. This course is like that. This course also expects that commitment from us. We have to think about the task in front of us, but not the time. So, keep this in mind always. The exams are temporary. They come, they go. Learning and education is permanent. But yes, now because of cancellation, what happened? One thing definitely happened. I would say for betterment is pressure is less now. What is this pressure all about? This pressure is something that the human invention of clock will put us on. So time is what mostly brings the pressure. What is this time about? We have only 15 days to go for exams. We have only 20 days to go for exams. Or we have 3 months only to go for exams. Like this, always there is a deadline. Always there is some time in front of us within which only we have to complete some task. That puts, whether we take it or not, on most of the people, some pressure. Now what this cancellation or postponement has done, good thing is, that pressure is now relieved. Immediately in the future, we don't have any exams. That is clear. That is relieved. But the question is, does it mean our commitment also should be less? Now the pressure is less. Does it mean commitment also should be less? If so, that means all these days we are only committed because of pressure, not because of our choice. And that is not good. Anything that we get committed to, anything that we do with commitment, should not be out of pressure. It should be out of pleasure, not out of pressure. So now that we have this less pressure, at least now we can enjoy the learning process. We can go into little bit details of the things without any time in mind. We can touch those areas where we probably were thinking earlier little weak, and we can explore more and more possibilities of understanding the same concept by solving more and more questions from different sources. This can be done now without any pressure. So naturally what it will give us is pure pleasure. So what we are supposed to do now is, we have to keep learning. The learning process should not stop. The train has not stopped in the examination does not mean the train will stop somewhere. The train should go on, because there will be another examination, there will be another station where we have to stop for some time and again continue our learning process of eternal journey. So take this as an opportunity, I would say. Take this as an opportunity to enjoy the learning process, enjoy the subjects. It is easy to say, don't take pressure, do it with pleasure. Under normal circumstances, definitely if I say this also, it would be bad on my part, because we all know when the exams are there in front of us, there will be definitely some pressure. There will be. So I generally don't give such kind of impractical advices. But now it is not impractical anymore. What it has done, it has given us time now. We can break that clock. There is no need of it. We can do anything within the time that is available to us. 24 hours is there. Anyway, you can't attend the classes physically. Yes, some classes which are available in the online platform, you will definitely attend them or listen to them, watch them, learn from them for certain part of the day. That will be hardly how many hours? Very less number of hours. So the point is that remaining time, what we have in a day, we have to spend it more productively this time, rather than just wasting it with a view that anyway there are no exams, so I will stop the learning process or pause the learning process for now, and when I will start again, once again before exams. That is going to be dangerous. Please don't fall in that wrong thought process trap. Yes, I would say relax for a couple of days, no problem, because there is no pressure anyway. Take a break. Just keep the books aside for a couple of days, no problem. This Saturday, Sunday, 4th and 5th of July, don't do anything. Just relax. After that, still prepare a schedule. Schedule could be of enjoyment also. Schedule could be of entertainment also. Schedule could be of studying also, because studying itself is entertainment. Studying itself also should be enjoyment. If that is the case, then we can have all the things balanced in our timeline. That's what is important now onwards. You need to have a schedule of 24 hours. Sleep more if you want now. You have time, no pressure. I am doing that. Let me tell you frankly. I am sleeping a lot nowadays. No time pressure much. I suggest that you do it because at your age you require more sleep definitely. Body gets rejuvenated. Mind gets fresh. No problem in that. Do some physical activity as much as possible, like within the home. Listen to music. Watch some movies, no problem. But take a time. Don't go with the flow. Don't go with the flow. I'm not telling that, okay, from 7 o'clock to 10 o'clock you should watch movies. No, not like that. You do the things according to your choice, but one thing you make sure, you have certain number of hours dedicated for the learning process also. That means the course learning process also. If we don't do that, as I said earlier, the sword gets rusted and it will take a long time to make it once again shine and be used for the war. So, never let the sword get rusted. Keep it alive and keep using it, keep practicing it. I would like to just share one example. I don't know, some of you know, or most of you may not know. A lot of people go to gymnasiums and bodybuilding and all they do. Even our film heroes and all, they go to gyms and build a lot of six packs, biceps, like this. I know some people who have done rigorous exercises at some point in time in their life, in their youth, when they looked fantastically like macho man. But later when they stopped it, they really become like balloons. They put on a lot of weight, they become obese and unhealthy also, unfortunately. Why is that? Because that continuous exercise is required. So rather than just going for a short period of time with rigorous exercises and building body, and after that all of that going into drain, what is good way is daily some bit of exercise. In our example, exercise means the learning process, the practice, revision of the CA subjects that we are going to write in the upcoming exams. When they are upcoming, we don't care, we should not care. Are we in the learning process or not? Are we continuing to learn or not? Learn or not is what all matters. So please keep learning, and thankfully there is no pressure. So convert that into pleasure of learning. And as one of the famous quotes goes, the capacity to learn is a gift. I don't agree with that completely, but yes, that's what the quote is. And the ability to learn is a skill. I agree with that. That skill can be developed. Gift and all is little different thought process. But one thing for sure, willingness to learn is a choice. And I wish you make that choice of learning. You keep learning, continue the practice, continue the knowledge acquisition process. Don't give a long break to it. 1 or 2 days is not a problem. But later, come back to your normal routine learning process. Maybe a lot less number of hours, no problem, because anyway in front of us there are no exams. But never leave that learning process at all. If you do that, it is going to be harmful. It is not going to give us the result or the fruits of all the hard work that we have done so far. And let me tell you, the work that we have done so far is so important, definitely, because we have done that. And who has to preserve that work? Is there a bank where we can go and deposit this work? No. There is no such bank. It is with us, in our brain. So what our job is now is to preserve that work, not just idly. If it is idling, again that will get diluted slowly. Preserve that work and continue to do that work. Continue to polish that work. The original manufacturing of a weapon will take a lot of time and effort, naturally, yes. But polishing it will not take that much time. But if you don't polish it, it becomes rusted. Understand this and keep learning, keep polishing the weapon of knowledge that we have tried to acquire. If there are any areas where we could not have expertise or comfort or confidence, now is the time to go through them also and become adept in those areas also. Once again, take this as an opportunity and keep the attitude up and keep the commitment up and continue with the work that what we are doing is what I would like to suggest all of you. And once again, all the best and keep learning. Bye. Thank you very much.